There's a lot of pew pew and lightsabers in this movie again, just like old times. I'm SirDinosaur from Planet X, and now it's time for a movie review. So it's been a little while since Luke, Han, and Leia kicked the Empire's butt. Now things are exactly the same as they were before, honestly. There's an Empire, First Order, and there's a bunch of rebels, and there's a droid that's got the plans to the Death Star, Luke Skywalker's location. On a desert planet called Jakku, this old guy gives a young guy named Poe Dameron the map to where Luke Skywalker is. Poe sneaks off with a droid called BB-8, who is like R2-D2 but a soccer ball. There's a Sith guy named Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, who shows up with a bunch of Stormtroopers. He has a red lightsaber that's shaped like a broadsword. He kills the old guy, and there's this lady Stormtrooper who's really tall and got chrome-colored armor called Captain Phasma. They capture Poe, but BB-8 escapes with the map. This young woman named Rey finds BB-8. Rey is a scavenger on Jakku and doesn't seem to have much going on. She's just surviving and gets along with the beep boop. On the bad guy ship, Kylo Ren uses the Force or dark side or whatever to interrogate Poe and learn about BB-8. He's working with this guy named Grand Moff Tarkin, General Hux. This Stormtrooper guy saves Poe since he's uncomfortable with what happened on Jakku with all the murder and stuff, so they escape. Poe asks the guy, "What's your name?" And he says FN2187. But Poe's like, "That's not a name. I'll just call you Finn, because that's a name that's kind of close to what you said before." They go back down to Jakku to get BB-8, but a Star Destroyer shoots them, so they crash land and go bonk. Finn looks around and finds Poe's jacket, but not him, so he thinks Poe is dead. While in the marketplace, he sees Rey and the BB-8 droid, so after a little misunderstanding and running around, they start to talk. But then the Empire, First Order, shows up, Stormtroopers are there, and they're blowing everything up. So Rey and Poe and BB-8 find that the Millennium Falcon is just like sitting there close by, so they steal it and they get in a chase with the ships, and there's a lot of pew-pew, and they get away. That seemed a little easy considering. The ship from the original movies just happened to be sitting there and not get blown up by the bad guy ships? Now Kylo Ren is getting all mad and stuff. Han Solo shows up with his dog and they're old now. Han's like, "Hey dudes, what are you doing on my ship?" And they talk and stuff, but some bandit people arrive and they're like, "Yo Han, you owe us money." So there's a lot of craziness and the good guys escape. Now we're at the Death Star, Starkiller base. There's this big spooky weird guy named Supreme Leader Snoke who's Kylo Ren's boss. He's like, "Yeah, General Hux can use the Starkiller base thing to blow up stuff and fight the New Republic." Then Snoke is like, "Yo, Kylo Ren, since Han Solo is your father, are you gonna have a problem with this fight and stuff?" And Kylo Ren's like, "No, Han Solo means nothing to me." I guess they don't have a very good father-son relationship. Han looks at BB-8's map and realizes that there's something about it that's missing. He talks about how Luke tried to rebuild the Jedi Order, but his apprentice turned to the dark side, destroyed the temple, and killed the other apprentices, so Luke ran away and became a hermit. They go to this green foresty planet called Takodana. Han teaches Rey how to use a blaster, and they go and meet this little alien lady named Yoda, Maz Kanata, in the Tatooine Cantina, the Takodana Cantina. Of course, when BB-8 rolls in there with the humans, somebody in the cantina recognizes it and tells the First Order. Maz Kanata is like, "Hey, what's up? I can help you guys get BB-8 to the Resistance," which I guess is what the rebels are called in this movie. She takes Rey down to a vault and shows her Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, and she has some weird visions, including one where a ship left her on Jakku as a kid. Rey's like, "Nope, I don't want the lightsaber," and she runs away. Maz Kanata gives it to Finn though. The bad guys use Starkiller Base to destroy multiple planets at the same time, including the capital of the New Republic, which is really bad and leaves the Resistance with no help. Then a bunch of Stormtroopers and stuff show up on Takodana looking for BB-8, and they start blowing up and shooting at everything. There's a kind of interesting part where Finn tries to fight off a Stormtrooper with the lightsaber, but he has no idea what he's doing, so it doesn't work out very well. Kylo Ren finds Rey and overpowers her immediately, then he struts around saying evil stuff and trying to intimidate her. Things are not looking good, but Poe Dameron shows up because he's alive and stuff, and he's got a bunch of Resistance X-Wing fighters there, so they get rid of the Stormtroopers, but Kylo Ren leaves with Rey as a captive. Princess Leia is General Leia now, and she's old too, and C-3PO is there, and Leia and Han have an awkward reunion since their relationship didn't work out and they're not together anymore. Kylo Ren brings Rey up to the Starkiller base and he tries to read her mind, but she doesn't let him. Snoke tells Kylo Ren to bring Rey to him, but while Kylo Ren is gone, Rey's like, I think I can use the Force, and she figures out how to Jedi mind trick a Stormtrooper guard so she can escape. At the Rebel base, Resistance base, BB-8 finds R2-D2, who's just been chilling since Luke went away. The Resistance plans to blow up the Death Star, Starkiller base, by attacking its weak spot just like in the original movie. So Han, Finn, and Han's dog sneak onto the Death Star, Starkiller base, and put some explosives on it while they rescue Rey. Then Obi-Wan confronts Darth Vader, Han Solo confronts Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, and Han asks Kylo Ren to come back from the dark side. Kylo Ren's like, nah, and he kills Han Solo. What the heck? I guess I should have expected that, since it's kind of like the original Star Wars movie. Yeah, let's talk about that. This movie is basically a copycat of the original Star Wars movie. Yeah, sure, the movie came out like 40 years before, but come on, guys. Everybody's watched the original Star Wars movie. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to compare notes and be like, wait, this is the same movie. I've been pointing out in a not so subtle way how this movie is using the same kinds of stuff as the original one in a way that is too similar. Yeah, sure, there's gonna be Jedi guys and Sith guys and blasters and spaceships and stuff in any Star Wars movie, but you gotta mix it up a little more. It needs to feel like Star Wars, but like a new version with some different stuff in it. This one kind of feels like the original, but with updated special effects and the names changed. I feel like I already did this review when I did my video for Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. It's like whoever's in charge of the money to make the movie said, hey, you should just take the original Star Wars script, use the find and replace function on your computer to change the names of things, add in like one character, Finn, who's technically a little different, and then we can say it's not the same movie. Psst. I have news for you. If you did that in school on an essay, they will call it plagiarism. Anyway, Han's dog gets upset and shoots Kylo Ren. The dog sets off the kaboom so that Poe can have the opportunity to use his X-Wing fighters to shoot the really big kaboom, and Kylo Ren chases after Rey and Finn into the woods. Finn tries to duel Kylo Ren with the lightsaber, but he loses immediately. Rey somehow wins though, which makes no sense. I get that she's the hero and we want to see the hero win, but come on, guys. She has no training at all, and Kylo Ren is a Sith guy who trained as a Jedi under Luke Skywalker. Give me a break. Rey should have been killed in 5 seconds tops. Don't give me that, oh, Kylo Ren got shot, he's bad at fighting now, baloney. If Kylo Ren, who's had a lot of training, loses under any circumstances in a lightsaber duel against someone who has no training, then Kylo Ren is not a threat at all, and this movie needs a different bad guy. So Rey and Finn get out of there. Supreme Leader Snoke tells General Hux to get out of there and bring Kylo Ren to him to complete his training. The Starkiller base goes kablamo. R2-D2 wakes up and shows the part of the map that BB-8 is missing, and it points to an ocean planet called Ahch-To. Rey, Han's dog, and R2-D2 go to the ocean planet. She shows Luke that she's got his dad's lightsaber. Luke is old now, and the movie ends. This movie is okay to watch, but it's pretty bland, to be honest. It's violent, but not too violent, super similar to the old movie, and I guess it's okay for kids.